Hey, honey badgers. Today we are doing a rose roundup. All these canvases involve themes of roses, women holding roses. I'm pretty sure they all feature roses, if I remember right. I have a section in my craft space where I've sort of bundled a bunch of canvases together where I had like haul videos planned in the theme design. So I put all this stuff together, but sometimes when you're moving stuff around, things can fall in and you're like, this doesn't go here. But regardless, if they don't have roses on them, we're here, we're set up, we're filming. If it's not a traditional rose canvas, if it identifies as a rose canvas, we're going to accept it as such. So let's just get started, I guess. So I have one crystal canvas. I have a couple of the traditional just, rose bouquet ones that you see around a lot that I just thought were pretty. And then the rest are females with rose, things going on around their faces and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure all but one of these came from Temu. I think one of the larger scale ones I have to show. Most of these are going to be 30 by 40 range. I have a couple that are in the larger format. I think one of them came from FG Normal or Paint Some Way. One of those ones that is featuring more and more of the larger canvases. But I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll put it on screen. Normally I write this stuff down, but I'm kind of just doing this on the fly right now as I have time. So yeah, whichever one, that one coming up pretty soon is from, I'll put it on the screen and link it below. But otherwise, I think I found the majority of these through Temu. So, all right. Whatever I can find links to, as always, will be linked below. If there's no link, I'll usually put a note in there that says I can't find an active link. And a lot of times, if I can't find an active link right now, if I find one down the road, I come back and edit the videos. So if there's one you're particularly interested in, just sort of keep an eye on this video or let me know, and I'll keep an eye on it for you. Yeah. So anyway, moving on. This is the only crystal one I believe I have in here. And I saw this one years ago, I think on AliExpress, and I was always sort of like, it's cute, but do I want it that much? I was kind of on the fence about it. And then it came up on Temu and they were doing one of their lightning deals where I think it was like $1 or something when it came up. So I was like, yeah, why not? I think I was at that threshold where I was trying to get shipping off or something, some sort of deal or something where you got to get it up to a certain point. They have a thing now where, I mentioned in a past video where they were doing stuff with like how they were arranging carts and Temu moving around like where their shipping distributors were. And now a note comes up sometimes if you don't have enough things clicked in your cart, it'll say, there's only like $12 or $15 in your cart and you need at least 18 to ship from us or something like that. So I think that might have been what this was. Like I just threw that in so I could get the rest of my order. So yeah, it's still cute though. And crystal kits are always fun. I figured she'd be really pretty with all the crystals going through her hair, and there's nothing going on in her face, which is how I tend to prefer the crystal images when they're the partials like this. I tend to like them where they don't mess with the face too much and they just put all of the decoration in the flowers and the outfit and whatnot. Because I don't know, just for me personally, if they do too much around the face, it starts looking cluttered to me and it's not really my thing. But as is, I thought she was pretty cute. So, I don't think there are too many like wildly interesting shapes to this one. I think it's mostly traditional crystal. It looks like there's some like in her necklace here and some in the flower centers. But we'll take a look here. The chain over. Okay. So you have light yellow, some orange, some holiday green, I guess you'd call it, some purple, whole bunch of crystal, pure crystal, clear crystal, whatever you call it. Basic ass crystal. This one's sort of a peachy pink one. Sort of a mid pink one. Sort of that like goldenrod yellow. Are these pearlescent? Yeah, these are pearlescent half domes. There's some orange pink ABs, and then some of those raindrop looking ones, dome ones, or teardrop. I'm forgetting my words. I'm filming this at like 7 in the morning, so my brain is still warming up a little bit. So yeah, some ABs there. So that's what goes with this one. And I might have moved the kits out of some of these, but it's Temu, so I'm pretty sure they all came with standard kits. All right, so that's her. And then these are the two that are just your standard rose bouquet ones that I just thought were, I think I liked these just because the combination was a little bit more interesting than just, you know, when you get all red roses, and I still like doing those too, but I tend to be more drawn to them when they do a pop of a different color. So like this one is, you know, the 3 red roses and then 1 pop of yellow, and then this one is 2 white roses and a pop of red. I don't know, I find that interesting, especially when you're doing these and you tend to have a bunch of 310 in the background. It's kind of nice to break it up because it's not as interesting sometimes. They still come out pretty if it's more, you know, across the board colors, but it can get a little tedious if, say, like these were all red roses. The finished product looks really nice, but it can get a little tedious just doing like all black and then all red. So now that I've mixed these up between the two, let me see. Okay, so that's LT33 and LT35. Okay, so this pack goes with the white and red combo. I think one of the reasons I was drawn to this is another little nostalgia moment I had. I don't know if you guys remember these, but my mom had this thing when I was a kid that I remember seeing a lot in like my friends' moms' houses and stuff. It must have been a thing like back in the 70s and like early 80s, and I guess if you're having it back then, you're carrying it into the 90s. But they were these they were sort of like cloche jars almost. They had that like old dark wood, you know, like you'd see on a cloche jar base, and then a clear dome on top. And then there was like a fake flower bouquet inside, and then a bunch of like those, what do they call them? The fiber optic coloring lights that like there was like a button you could press underneath and it would turn different colors and it would be mixed into this fake flower bouquet. My mom had one that had like, it had roses like this, and then it had like the fake baby's breath and stuff in it, and then something else, some like feathery looking leaf thing in it. And I remember being so mesmerized by that thing when I was little. If I was, you know, having a stressful little kid moment or something, she would come in and be like, just look at the light for a second. And, you know, just me with like always being fascinated with fiber optics and fairy lights and all of that stuff. She'd turn that thing on and my little kid self would instantly be like, ooh. Her as a mom was probably like, works every time. I don't know if you guys remember those things, but anyway, so this is the color train for this one here. So you got a little bit of that grayish neutral, some light pink, a whole bunch of black for the background, like I said. So you get 3 packs of that. Is it 310? Just to make, yeah, it is 310. Just to make sure. Okay, you got some red. I don't think, oh, this one actually does feature a 666 red. That's not what that one is, but it is in this one. So it's a little bit further down the train, I think. So yeah, I don't think that's the true red, but according to the DMC, it is in here. So some more gray with some red stragglers, some dark green, some neutrals in here. Where are neutrals going? Oh, the neutrals are probably going in the shading of the white flower. Some more grays. That's probably the red, I think. Yeah, that's the 6/6 red. You don't see a lot of the pure red in kits anymore, so it's always kind of surprised when they actually do spring to put that in there. Some sort of that light muted blue, some dark browns, more dark greens. I'm getting really close to the camera, I'm sorry. Some sort of that brownish red color. Pink. Hold on. Color train twisted. Alright, some green grays, more dark greens, all for the leaf tones. More pinks, yellow, more dark green, more pink. Some mid kind of, it's pink, but it's almost got an orange tinge. And then the white is, yeah, 38.65. So you get a couple packs of that. So that's for this one. And then your colors for the red and yellow. Yeah, there's 22 colors in this one and 18 in the yellow. Which is funny because you'd think because of the brighter yellow there might be more color mix in that. Apparently not. Alright, let's see what this one looks like. Hold on. Turn it around here. Okay. Some more darker pinks. All this black for your background. Do we have 6/6 in what? We have 6/6 in this one too. That's not what this is, but this it's showing up a little bit brighter on camera, but it's a deep red. Some more greens. Some more of that orangish pink. This is a neutral verging on yellow. And then bright yellow. Some dark browns. Pink. Orange. Some of that brownish burgundy color. Oh, there's a couple packs of that. So that might be mixed into your background as well. Or actually that might be going in the shading of flowers now I think about it. Some dark grays. And dark greens. Some more pinks. Well, it said it was, oh, my mistake. It's not 6/6 red in this. It's 6/06 red in this. Okay, so not pure red in this one. There's pure red in the other one. So those are the two rose bundles. And then I have two of the roses and lips one. If you saw my previous video and I mentioned accidentally buying that combination like storage box thing because it was pushed down at the bottom of my cart, that's what happened with this red lip one. But I had purchased that one, so, and I think this one was, the red lip one was deeply discounted, so I thought, yeah, it's still all right. It'll still be interesting to pair them together. Because look, when you set them side by side, they look kind of cool. So, not upset about accidentally purchasing that one, because I think I was looking at it and thinking about it, and because I have a few others that I've bought previously that are sort of in this gray and red style. Not necessarily with the lips, but sometimes with like the fancy hat or something like that. But these like kind of monochrome looking ones. Standard toolkit. All right, so with Miss Red Lips here, this is one of those ones where you look at it and you think there's only got to be like 3 or 4 colors, but somehow they stick 18 into here. So we'll see what those look like. Pretty similar color palette to the other roses ones so far, so I'll just do a quick run by. all these colors seem pretty interchangeable. So that's that one. So yeah, 18 colors on this one. For some reason they did this one in landscape and the blue lip one in portrait, but I guess when you go to hang them, it'll give a little extra interest on the wall. All right, so that's that one. All right, Miss Blue Lips. Where's the opening? Okay, Blue Lips has 17 colors. There we go. And then, pretty obvious what the color palette's going to be, so I'll just do a quick run by. Starting with some 320. And then you get a whole bunch of grays, naturally. And then your blues. A little bit of gray green in there just to get crazy. Some more blue greens in there to create some shading on the flower, I'm guessing. And then some bright pop of blue. So that's Miss Blue Lips here. And then one more before we get into the larger canvases. I think this one came from Temu. I could be wrong. Pretty sure it did though. But standard toolkit. But yeah, it's one of those sort of artistic takes on Snow White, I think. But I just liked the whole color tone between the variation between the red and the blue. I liked how it contrasted against each other. This one comes in the pre-bags. I'll just keep it wrapped up, but yeah, it's like the other ones. You can pretty much guess what your color palette's going to be. Some reds, a little bit of purple, but mostly blues and grays. And this one is 21 colors. The face definition is a little bit iffy on this one, so I don't know. I don't know how much her eyes are going to come out. She might be looking a little extra goth at the end of it, but it could still be cool. This is the one that I wasn't sure. I'm pretty sure it has roses on it. And this is the one I'm pretty sure I got from either FG Normal or Paint Some Way. I'm just blanking on which one right now. But as I said, I will put it on the screen and link it down below. But this is one of those ones that when I featured, actually I'm trying to remember, I might have not posted it yet. I filmed it, but I don't know if I've uploaded that video yet. I can't remember. But no, I think what I'm thinking of is in the dark aesthetic video. I think I mentioned it in that one, which I'll try to remember to link below. But I mentioned getting the larger canvases from whichever company I got those from, because I got it from the same one. And I mentioned that through that company, you could choose to either do straight standard drills, or you could upgrade to an AB kit on a lot of these larger canvases. I don't think they do it for every of the large format canvas style, but I'm pretty sure they do it for a lot of them now. And I think the standard drill ones tend to run about 11, 12 bucks typically. And then I think the AB ones are in the $15, $16 range, if I remember right. And when I did the dark aesthetic video, I think I did that, the one that's got like, I think I called her like Galaxy Blooms or something like that. And I got that one in ABs. This one I just got in standard drills. Because I liked her, but when I was looking at it, I figured whatever I was going to edit or, customize on here, I probably had plenty of my own drills. And when I opened up that other one, the Galaxy Blooms one, it was mostly the dark purple ABs. They had a few others in there, but it seemed like they filled it up a lot with the purplish ABs. And I have plenty of those. So this one I just did the standard drills on, because I figured if I wanted to add the purplish ABs. Got plenty of those. I can mix them into her dress a little bit if I want to, because I was on the fence about this one, whether I wanted to do anything with it or not. I may go in and throw in some metallics around here where it looks like she's got a necklace. I might do that, but other than that, I might just leave it as is. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a girl in repose pose, I guess, but another redhead. This one, this is what I'm thinking. I think the roses are down in here. They're a little bit more artistic looking. This one of the reasons I was drawn to this is the way the plants down here look. Is the color of this reminds me a little bit of manzanita wood, which is one of my favorite types of trees, but I'm pretty sure it's unique to Southern California. I haven't seen it grow anywhere else, but I grew up around manzanita groves when I was a kid, so I'm very partial to that. But if you've never seen a manzanita tree, it's a really interesting looking tree in that it has sort of like this waxy kind of thin, like this sort of burgundy color to the wood, and it's, I don't know, it just, the way the bark is, it looks polished by nature. It grows that way, and it's just a really pretty tree. So, and the bark on it, the way the tree stems grow, they look kind of like this, where they're not particularly wide mostly. I mean, the bases of them can get a little bit wide, but mostly the branches are, you know, maybe that wide. So that's just, when I saw that, I was like, that looks kind of like a manzanita tree. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. It looks like there's some weaving going on in her dress here, so I don't know how well that's going to come out, but I guess we shall see. It looks like there's maybe some netting up here along the bust line, so that could be cool. I don't know. I just like the overall style of it and thought that this could be amazing once it's done. But again, I won't open up the bags here because it's reds and blacks pretty much, but it's very a fall type palette. I don't think there's any, I mean, there might be some down in there. I was going to say, I don't see any like greenish colors. It looks like there should be something down in here. It's looking pretty gray. There might be a little bit of that, what is it, the 500? What is that color? 934? Is that the one I'm thinking of? I think that might be it. 934 might be a dark green, if that's the one I'm thinking of. There might be a little bit of that right there. But other than that, it doesn't look like there's a ton of green in here. So I may throw in a little extra green in the background just so it's not like all washed out gray looking. Like over here, I have some greens in my spares that are a little bit like on the greenish, grayish, bluish side that could give a nice sort of watercolor effect in between those branches. So yeah, might do that. I don't know. I don't have really immediate plans to get this one. It might be pretty soon. I might get to it around the fall time. I don't know. But as I tend to say, I have a few canvases ahead of it. So yeah, this is your color palette in general. No ABs in this one, although you can order this one with ABs if you want to go over there and check it out for yourself. If you want them to throw ABs into it, that is an option you can do. So there's that one. And there's 30 colors in this one altogether, and this is a 40 by 70. One more, and this one I do remember getting from Temu, and I'm pretty sure it's still available as far as I know. Maybe not by the time I post this, but I'm pretty sure it is. This is a 40 by 60, so just a little bit smaller than that other one. This one's also 30 colors, and probably pretty close to a similar color palette. But yeah, a big rose in her hair and some butterflies, that graffiti art look to it. But one of the things that drew me to this one, I don't know if it's going to show up in here actually. Let me see. Oh no, did they crop it out? Oh no, they might have cropped it out because I don't see it. When I was looking at the original art image, the way it was advertised, there was something up in the corner here that was like an A with a like a spade, like a playing card spade on it. But I'm not seeing that on the drill field. I don't know if it's gonna show up. Hold on a second. I don't know. I'll have to look at the original art and see where that was, because I don't know, unless it's just looking blurry on the field right now. Maybe it's really clear in the camera and it's really obvious to you and you're like, it's right in front of you, Angie. But that was one of the things that had drawn me to this canvas, was when I saw that. I was like, oh, it's got my little monogram in it. But maybe not now. Anyway, this is your color palette here. So a lot of neutrals and pinks. There's little pops of blue with the butterflies, but mostly neutrals and pinks. That one, little bits of purple, some yellow for like the monarch ones, and some strands in her hair over here. But mostly, I was about to say a washed out palette, but that might sound kind of mean, but mostly like neutrals and soft earth tones and stuff like that. So that's your palette for that one. So that's what I have for the rose roundup. Hopefully there's something in here that makes you say, ooh, pretty. But that's what I have for this haul, guys. So we will talk soon. Bye.